The situation with policing in the United Kingdom is all over the place. The whole thing is chaotic. The Met Police in London don't know what they're doing anymore. They know that they have two-tier policing. They know they have different approaches depending on who they're dealing with. There is no level playing field. Now we have the commissioner coming out to release a statement because after Lord Rowley did a report on anti-Semitism, and said that the police, they recommended that the police should do certain things using their existing powers. Well, according to the Metropolitan Police, they decided to say, it's not really our fault, just blame Parliament for everything. I'm just going to read through this quickly. Lord Rowley has considered a number of issues that could have an impact on policing, and in particular, the policing of protests, according to the Met. He correctly recognises that the current public order and human rights laws created by Parliament are very enabling of protests and deliberately very limited as to the restrictions police can place on assemblies or marches. Indeed, there is only a power to ban marches as a last resort to prevent serious public disorder. While we have seen criminality during these recent protests, at least they admit that, including some serious offences, we have not seen serious disorder or anything approaching it. There is no power to ban static public assemblies. So why is it that you're allowed to arrest someone using 30 police officers with pepper spray for having a breakfast in London? Talking about Tommy Robinson. Of course, the police lost that case. The vast majority of those involved in protests are law-abiding. They are not, because they literally, every single one of them, and the organisers chant from the river to the sea. They're going out there doing genocidal chants and supporting Hamas. Law-abiding, apparently. But we have seen in recent months that the protests can create an environment where a small number of extremists who aim to create division and fuel hatred commit offences. These have led to swift arrests in many cases. We have also seen that the regular frequency of marches in central London has led to some, particularly Jewish Londoners, who change their behaviour out of fear. You're literally having the whole march organised and funded by the, allegedly state of Qatar and the IRGC and people like George Soros and the organisers and leaders and every single person, they're chanting from the river to the sea, and apparently that's law-abiding. Mark Rowley continues by saying, furthermore, the abstraction of police officers from their usual roles, keeping local communities safe, has a substantial financial and operational cost. We welcome the acknowledgement of the demands being placed on those officers and the impact that their abstractions has on other policing priorities. Contrary to some commentary, neither of these factors can justify bans under the current law. Yes, it does. Just read it. Read the report. We are determinedly and impartially policing protests based on the current laws set by Parliament. See, they're blaming Parliament again. It would not be right for us to express a view on whether Parliament should change that balance. Stop blaming Parliament. You have the powers already. We would, of course, work to advise any government bringing forward legislative proposals linked to the policing of protests to ensure they are particularly enforceable. This is how they deal with these guys. But when they see a Christian preacher, they threaten them with arrest.
You might be committing criminal offences as well.
Okay, for example, give us an example.
Any homophobic comments?
Yeah.
Right,
If you make members of the public harassment, alarm, distress, it's a criminal offence.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're not really doing that. What we're doing is about preaching our religion.
Okay. Could you just tell me what you were saying?
So we're saying Jesus is the only way. Record this. We're saying, he asked me what I've been preaching. So we've been preaching about the gospel of Jesus Christ. The Bible says. So can I just speak?
No, I'm talking to you.
Excuse me.
Provide me with your name.
We were talking to him.
Now he's talking to me. So unless you want to be arrested, well, because you will be. No. You provide me your name now. So,
I'll apply him my name.
Sir, what's
I'll apply
your
my
name?
name.
Give it to him now.
Thank you.
Don't take any other thing other than his name.
Thank you.
See the issue, right? Reading from the Bible in a Christian country will be illegal, committing offence if somebody gets offended. Your presence, if it's alarming, causes distress, you'll be arrested. But apparently, thousands and thousands of Islamists in the far left taking over central London every Saturday, that doesn't apparently cause any stress or alarm. Of course it does, And Jewish Londoners and Christian Londoners are complaining about it, but apparently that doesn't count. But one Christian preacher, oh, that's too much. That's very, very dangerous. That's the problem with this country.